Hello everybody. Today we are going to show you how quick and easy it is to install a Rainbird 5000 sprinkler head, a rotor head. That's this one right here. You could also use this technique for installing many of the Hunter units and some of the Orbit units and the Toro units. But it's pretty simple to, after you've run your pipe, it's pretty simple to install the heads and place them in the locations that you want them placed. So first of all, we have a 1-inch pipe that is going to be run in the ground. It's going to be in the trenches. Once it's in the trenches and it's all set and you're getting ready to set your pipe, you can purchase a product called a Quick Tap. A Quick Tap creates a saddle joint. We've talked about saddle joints. We're going to mention saddle joints a little bit more throughout the semester. So saddle joints are a product that attaches the irrigation head to the hose and allows it some movement from the hose independent, and it also allows a little bit of stability and safety from machinery and weight going over top of it, so it doesn't damage the hose. It's got play with the attachments that are on it. All right, so this pipe is already trenched in the ground. We can take the 1-inch saddle portion of the Quick Tap. The 1-inch saddle portion will go right over top of it. We could just snap it over top, like so. Once that's snapped over top, this part inserts into it. So what happens is you dial it down and you screw it in, and there's a point at the top. That point will puncture the plastic and allow the water to penetrate and go into the sprinkler head. So simply by taking this piece here, locking those two in. You remember, we're in a trench right now. We're down on our hands and knees getting dirty. Twisting that in. And nice and tight. It's locked in tight. It's water sealed. There's a hole inside of it, and it's secured. It cannot move. Now what we're going to do from that point there is we're going to take a couple different pieces that we've got to access. We're going to take this threaded elbow into a 1/2-inch barb. We're going to just spin it on. And just a reminder, anytime that we are using threaded parts, we will use plumber's tape, all right, to make sure we get a secure fitting. We just take this on, nice and tight, and it's secured at that point. Super simple so far. Remember, this is in the trench. Then we're going to take our flex pipe and we're going to put it onto the barb as far as we can get it in, just like so. From that point now, we've got some flex pipe that allows us to move our head to the location we want to move to a little bit. So if I take this head here, it's a Rainbird 5000. On the bottom of the head, we've got the exact same piece. I'm going to take this, put this barb in. It's pretty tight, so it takes a little bit of elbow grease and a little bit of strength to get it in. Just like so. The connection's almost done. Now it's just waiting for the head. On the bottom of the head, you've got an input, all right? We're going to take this, screw it on, again using plumber's tape. Now in our trench, we've got a saddle joint set up, and we can bury this in. This will be buried at soil level right here. Now if machines come by, a lawnmower, a car drives on it, it's got play. It'll go up and down, and it won't cause damage to the main. Very easy to maintain if we've got to do a replacement. And if we want to move it a little bit around inside that hole, we want to bring it over this way, we want to adjust it, we want to shorten the hose a little bit to bring it a little closer. It makes it very easy to set up your heads. We did that in about 5 minutes.
Less than 5 minutes.
All right. So we did that one with the quick taps. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a quick installation of an Orbit head with a Hevan rotor sprayer. So we're going to do a quick installation on that. So again, this 1-inch pipe is already buried in trenches. We're ready to go and start installing our spray heads. So we're going to take our quick cutter, our pipe cutter, and just cut our pipe in half, or make a cut in the trench. Just put it in and give it a little bit of twist. Remember, we're in a trench. So once you get the two pipes cut, what you're going to do is you're going to take an adapter such as this. It's got a 1-inch barb fitting on each side, and then it's got a female threaded fitting on the top. Okay, so this has to go in nice and tight on one side, and it's a little easier to do now than it is inside of a pit. Sometimes you use soap in order to loosen up the fittings to make them slide in a little bit better. So when you install these, you're going to put an Oetiker clamper on it or a gear clamp to tighten it. So I'm going to have to screw that, and this pipe will go all the way to that little ridge on the barb fitting. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to because I don't have soap on there, but we'll get as far as we can. So we got it far enough on this one. Now we're going to take, thread it on each side, and we're going to, with irrigation tape, put it on this side here, and we're going to thread it all the way down. Again, you can't do this when it's in a trench because you can't lift it up. Then we're going to take the head, which has a female thread on the bottom. We're going to insert it with plumbing tape. And now what we can do is follow this pipe over to the next one, make a cut, have another head at the proper distance, then another one, have a cut, have a head at the proper distance, and continue this to insert the proper amount of heads in order to create the zone that's required on this particular pipe. So we showed you the quick fit option, and we've showed you the direct fit. Now just think for a second on this unit here. If machines are driving over it, or if it gets any weight on it, you're putting pressure on the pipe and everything. So that's why sometimes the quick fit is a little bit of a better solution because it does give you a little bit of better play as far as performance and the stress factor on the assembly.